welcome to LearnCity. My name is Praise, and in today's class, we'll be talking about cosine rule. Talking about the cosine rule. Now, the cosine rule, just like the sine rule, is used to solve for the unknowns in a triangle. Now, in our previous class, we talked about sine rule. So if you don't know about sine rule, you can go to our previous videos and watch or subscribe to our YouTube channel, LearnCity, like and comment on our videos while watching it. So please go back and watch on sine rule so to understand better on cosine rule. Now, the cosine rule, just like sine rule, is used to solve for the unknowns in a triangle. Now, cosine rule is especially used to solve triangles with this kind of dimension, where we have two sides which are given, of triangle which are given, in which in any obtuse triangle or acute triangle with angles ABC and sides ABC opposite of them. So when we have these triangles here, this triangle we have A, B, and C, and we have opposites of them. Here we have here to be A, this to be B, and here is C. Now, in cosine rule, basically cosine rule does not just give three different cos, unlike sine rule, which is just like A over sine A, which is equals to B over sine B, which is equals to C over sine C. No, basically cosine rule give you an extension that we have cos A on its own, we have cos B on its own, and we have cos C on its own. So basically, for cosine rule, we need to understand that we have cos A, cos B, and cos C. Now, to find our cos A. Now, for cos A, we need to look for A itself, where we can use our Pythagoras theorem, where we have our A squared to be B squared plus C squared. We have it to be A squared plus B squared plus C squared. Now, to insert our cos, we now have it to be A squared, which is equals to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC cos A. So therefore, we have it to be that our cos A, to now find our cos A, will now be A squared plus 2BC cos A is now B squared plus C squared, where we have 2BC cos A is now B squared plus C squared minus A squared. So we can have it to be cos A to now be B squared plus C squared minus A squared over 2BC. So we have our cos A to be B squared plus C squared minus A squared over 2BC. Now, similarly for cos B, also for our B, we have it to be B squared to be equals to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos B. So we have it to be A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos B. Now, here we have our cos B, solving further, to be A squared plus C squared minus B squared over 2AC. So we have our cos B to be A squared plus C squared minus B squared over 2AC. And lastly, for cos C, which is C squared equals to A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cos C, we have it to be A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cos C. where we venture, this is for c squared. So we have our cos c eventually to now be a squared plus b squared minus c squared over 2ab. So now that is our cosine rule. So our cosine rule for cos A is b squared plus c squared minus c plus c squared minus a squared over 2bc, and our cos B is a squared plus c squared minus b squared over 2ac, and our cos C is a squared plus b squared minus c squared over 2ab. And this as we also solve examples using our cosine rule. Now the first example says find AB in the figure below. So we have this triangle here. This is A, this is B, and this is C. So we have to find AB here, and we can represent this as X. This is 2 centimeters, this is 3 centimeters, and we have our angle here which is 80 degrees. So here, what are we to use? Using cosine rule. Basically here, our C here, this is line C, this is A, and this is B. So we are looking for sine C. So with the cos C that we have, it will now be C squared to be A squared plus B squared minus 2AB cos C. So we have our C squared to now be, what is our A? We have our A to be 3 squared plus 2 squared minus 2 into bracket 3 into bracket 2 cos 80 degrees. So here we have it to be C, which is now 9 plus 4 minus 12 cos 80 degrees. So we have it to be 80 degrees. Now 9 plus 4 is 13, so we have C squared to be 13 minus 12 cos 80 degrees. So our 12 cos 80 degrees is 2.0832. So we have it to be C squared equals to 13 minus 2.0832. And we have our C squared to be 10.969168. So we have our C squared to be 10.9168. So here we know that our C is also equals to X. So we have our X to now be square root of 10.9168. So we have it to be X equals to square root of 10.9168, and our X here is 3.03. We have it to be 3.03. So our X is 3.03 centimeters. Now, for our second example, we have in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, our C is 8.44 meters. Our A is 7.92 meters. And our angle B is 151.30. So we have to find AC. We have to find AC. Now, drawing our triangle, because we said that it is not a right angle triangle, we have our A, B, and C. We have our A to be 7.92 7.92. Our A is 7.92. Our C is 8.44. And our B is 151.30. And here we have to find our AC, which is B. Now, by cosine rule, we know that our B squared is now A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos B. So we have it to be B squared equals to A squared plus C squared minus 2AC cos B. Now, here we have this, our A squared is 7.92 squared plus our C is 8.44 squared and we have our AC to be 2 into bracket 7.92 8.4 cos B. So our cos B here will now be minus cos 180 minus 151.3 degrees because our cos is because the angle is between 90 to 180 degrees. So our cos will be negative. So we have it to be times minus cos 180 minus 151.3 degrees. So we have our B squared. So B squared will now be, adding this, we have it to be 62.73 degrees. Here is 62.73 degrees. This is 62.73. Then we have our 8.44 squared to be 71.23. Now, we have 2.72 times 8.44 to now be 133.69 minus 133.69 times minus cos 180 minus 1.3, we have it to be 28.7. So here we have it to be 62.73 plus 71.23 plus we have it to be plus 117.3. Now, adding this together, we have it to be 251.26 degrees. So we have to be 251.26. Now, we have our B to be 251.26 degrees. Now, B squared is 251.26 degrees. And now, our B is square root of 251.26 and we have our B to be 18.85. So we have our B to be 18.85. So in which our B can also be, okay, this should be 15. This is 15.85. So our B here is 15.9 meters. So our B is 15.9 meters. And this brings us to the end of our class on cosine rule, in which our next class will be solving triangles also using the sine and the cosine rule. More examples on the sine and the cosine rules. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel, like and comment, and I'll be seeing you in the next class. Thank you.